Yeah, this one for my city. Clean. Counts. All we know is go hard for that motherfucking peso. I be going hard for that peso, 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 peso.
New, I'm Homie.
I'm Skeletor.
We're doing an equipment review.
Yes, we are. As you can see, we've got two ipv4 sitting in front of us. Thank you to Kim and Tim from Civil Vapes here in Central Florida, the Sand Lake, Orlando, Florida location, for giving us these ipv4s to review. We've had them for a week now, 7 days.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we have to give them back today.
That's a sad day for WTF vapors for us anyway, because they're
I don't want to give it back.
No.
I don't want to give it back. I'm just going to go ahead and bump it off and give you my WTF scales of 10. Just straight off the bat, I'm going to let you guys know that, because I'm not going to wait till the end of the video to let you guys know. There are a few things that I don't like about it, but it's purely cosmetic stuff. There's nothing in the functionality of the machine.
Nothing with the chip, nothing with the display.
No, you know, as I look at the machine here, you know, it's got the screen that you can't see in the sun. Okay, that's one. The other is the charging port in the back. It shouldn't be there because one, nobody charges it. It's just so simple to pop the cap off and, you know, plug your batteries into the charger. But it doesn't even come with a charging cable.
That tells you something right there. If it don't come with a charging cable, don't charge it from the port.
Right? The one time I've heard of somebody charging it, they had an excess of juice in the charging port and they blew it up.
1 second. Done. There's the batteries. Take them out, throw them on your charger. That's the safest way.
Now, it does have the mini USB on the bottom, or micro USB, whichever they call it nowadays. And with that, it's for firmware updates only. I would have liked to have seen this with a dual functionality. I would have liked to have at least been able to charge at an option. You know, no, not charge a cell phone, because you would need the other USB to do that.
True.
But if you're in the car and you're rolling down the street with your homie and you don't have any more juice in your battery, but you ain't got no more batteries, if you have the option to charge through a mini USB, it's at the bottom. It's not going to get juice in it unless you really buck up. And I actually have an iTaste MVP 20 watt, which you guys have seen, which actually has the USB charging port on the bottom. It's a pass-through. I would have liked that. But yeah, the dual functionality, the screen, and the little hole in the back of the little nice rubber grip here for the charging port, completely unnecessary. I don't even know why they're there and why it's like that. But you know, there's been people that have been able to take the mirror finish off. There's YouTube videos to do that, and the rest is what it is.
Yes, and to go back on your charging thing, that's the thing about this, and one of my major 100% I like is the battery life on it. You can vape on it all day and it still has a charge when you get home. I work 8 to 12 hours, it depends. Most of the time I work 8-hour shifts. And the time I go home, I throw that on the charger, and I still have to vape on it until I go to bed and throw it on the charger. And no problems. And since I got this, I have not used my Hades mod.
I've used a few other mech mods of mine, but that's just because, well, I was working on the Cherry Bomber too, so I used that a little bit. But other than that, this has been surgically attached to my hand, and you know, I work on this all day long. My wife makes fun of me because she goes, well, when you quit the stinkies, you ended up doubling up on the vape. Well, it's good and it tastes good.
And it smells great.
All right, Tony. We've got Vapor King Fog Juice that we're using for this review. I've actually got Colonel Custard in there. I think Homie does too for right now.
Yes, I do, and it tastes very good. And if I'm pushing at 75.5 watts, I'm at 0.11 ohms. And no matter what I put up on the wattage, my ohms stay the same. But
well, of course it's going to. I mean, it's your resistance.
True.
Your volts will change. But
I meant volts. My bad. Thank you.
You know, my favorite thing about this machine is the fact that it's got 5 memory settings.
Oh yes.
I have multiple RDAs. I've got 2 tanks, and I can go through and I can utilize 5 RDAs or tanks. And not have to sit there and go, okay, blah, 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 blah. No, I just click through the memory buttons. Right now I'm at 75.5 like you on my parallel build. And, you know, I got 40 for double coil or dual coil. I've got, there we go, 30 for tank, 25 for tank, 50 for tank. 75 for now, and it goes up to 100 watts, as we all know, which I'm
Yes.
going to bump it up to 100 watts because I can do that.
What build do you have on yours right now?
I've got a parallel single coil build right now with 26 gauge, and it's still fucking bumping. Look at that. Single coil build on that. Yeah,
Yes,
buddy.
I'm pushing on my Mutant X version 2, a dual parallel nichrome and Canthal build. I've done 5 wraps. I've tried 20 wrap. They all work good. I've tried different mods, RDAs, and this out of all the mods I've tried, hands down, this is one of the best.
Yeah, like I said, and I'm going to reiterate this once.
And my WTF scale
more.
real quick, I'm going to throw it off at a 10 because I agree. Only flaw is the little plug-in in the back. That's all I see. And a little mirror finish. But
Well,
the next
when
one, it
you're-
might not have it.
When you're outside, well, actually, the version 2 we already know doesn't have the screen or doesn't have the mirrored finish. I saw it at Civil Vapes when we were there last week. However, you know, when it's funny, homies talking about going to work and not going to work and being able to use it all day. He works graveyard shift most of the time. He's only got 2 shifts during the week where he's actually out during the daylight, so he's kind of like a vampire. He's not going to have the same problem that I will when it comes to the mirror finish. So that's why his only drawback is a little back. What happens if you actually get like a real job with a real shift? Well, he's got a real job.
Yeah, hold up.
A real shift. A real shift.
It is a real shift. Because you ain't going to get me waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning anymore. That's my whole life now. It's all night. And that's what I like about this, the battery power. I'm almost not around the plug at all during work time. I'm moving around a lot and everything. And it keeps a charge 100% all day. And that's one of the things I enjoy. They did a good job on everything so far. I found out I can't wait to get my hands on the version 2. Because that's going to be fun.
You know, I really wish that we had the cash in pocket to just purchase these outright because I'm going to miss this thing. I really am. I'm going to miss this thing. What about you, homie?
Oh yeah, my top favorite part, I love the wattage. I could go from 75.5 to 100 watts, depending on what flavor I have. If like the Colonel Custard, at 100 watts you taste that like warm custard. You taste it and it's the flavor. And you go down, it gets subtle. That's the best thing. The cosmetic, it feels good in my hand. It's like the other boxes.
Yeah.
Most of them are square.
I love the grip on it. I love the
Yes.
grip. This is round in the back to help, you know, conform it. It's ergonomic. I guess is the technical term for it, is ergonomic.
Yes, it fits in your hand perfectly. It ain't feel like it's gonna fall off your hand. It don't got that square. What's that word? Square, odd feeling, awkward.
The sharpness of the edges.
Yes,
It's very smooth. Very, very smooth. Well put together.
I like how they have the vent holes on the bottom. It runs good.
I do
never
too. The
gets
battery
hot.
vents, yeah,
Yes.
yeah, it never gets hot. I have that problem all the time happening with my mech mods because there's no venting.
Oh yeah, my Hades bites me all the time.
All right, well, I believe we're done here with the IPv4 review. As you can tell, we gave it a rave one. Like I said, I really wish. The only thing that I hate is I didn't get a chance to try the temp control. I had a bitch of a time trying to find NI 200 coils for both tanks, and I didn't have titanium or nichrome wire, so I wasn't able to build on an RDA. Temp control, from what I hear, is awesome. I'm hoping that we're going to have the opportunity here in the future to possibly do a temp
I've
control
played with it a
review on
little bit, but only use here and there because I don't have the correct wire. I have a dual with nichrome and Canthal, so I don't want to mess with it too much. But I like it. I wish I could play with it more as you and get that more of the whole 100% feeling from everything.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, I really wish I had the opportunity. But we didn't, and that's neither here nor there because we gave it a 10 regardless. And that's where I'm at with it.
Yes, we are happy with the equipment. We thank you very much, Civic Vapes, and everybody there.
Kim and Tim, thank you very
Yes.
much. We're going to leave you out with the Cloud WTF style. Cheers.
Yes, sir.
To the IPv4.
I lost my job last night. Picked up my paycheck, but 35% of it gone already, cause Uncle said to get paid yet. Mom and them bitching about this rent, I ain't even go say shit. And half of what is left goes to her.